I have to start today's episode with a story. It was March 2020 and it was almost my 10th birthday. COVID had everyone in lockdown. I was home with my parents and my older brother, and I was seriously depressed. No celebration with friends, no going out, nothing. Stay home, stay safe. The morning of my birthday, my dad woke me up and showed me a bunch of videos, messages, all wishing me a happy birthday. They're from my friends from school, my teammates, my friends from camp, my aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents.
Happy birthday, Matthew.
The last one was very special. It was from Rob Pannell.
Matthew, what's going on, man? It's Rob Pannell.
I can honestly say that Rob Pannell saved my 10th birthday. I spent the day watching it over and over. My mind was blown. In 5th grade, my teachers asked us, who do you like to meet for our yearbook profiles? When my classmates chose Barack Obama, LeBron James, and Taylor Swift, I had an easy answer. Rob Pannell. My dad sent a copy of my entry to Rob and he responded, let's make this happen. And it finally did, in an elevator. I've arrived in Baltimore to attend the LAX convention. As my dad and I headed up to our hotel room, there he was. And honestly, Rob Pannell was better than I imagined. We talked the next day and he continues to inspire me, not only to work hard, but to be my best. I'm honored to share this conversation with you. Please welcome my friend, Rob Pannell. Rob, thank you for joining me today. Let's start at the beginning. How old were you when you started playing lacrosse?
I started playing lacrosse when I was 9 years old. When I picked up a stick for the first time.
Who influenced you to start playing?
One of my best friends at the time, his name was Timmy Tranquil. We played basketball together. We played baseball together. We were best friends. And he had played lacrosse, and he thought it was a sport that I would enjoy. So I picked up a stick in his backyard and been having a great time playing the sport ever since.
Do you think it's valuable for other young athletes to play different sports?
I do. I think it's very important. When I was growing up, I played baseball, I played football, I played soccer, I played basketball, I played golf. I still play as many sports as I can till today. And I think by playing multiple sports, it's going to make you a better athlete. And if lacrosse is the sport that you want to be the best at, you'll be better at it if you play other sports. And I truly believe that.
When did lacrosse become your main sport?
I think lacrosse, it became my main sport probably in middle school or high school as far as the sport that I knew I wanted to focus on. But I still played every other sport all through middle school, all through high school. So, I don't think it really became my main sport until college when that's solely what I was playing. But it became my focus of what I wanted to be the best at when I was in probably 7th or 8th grade.
How did you start playing attack? Do you choose the position or did a coach?
My coach had put me behind to play X attack. I was a point guard in basketball, and the X attackman in lacrosse is kind of looked at as the guy behind the goal. And he kind of said, this is where I think you'll be best. And sure enough, I've been playing X attack ever since I started playing the sport.
When we met, you told me to start as a young player was challenging and difficult. How do you overcome this and not give up?
I think just realizing how much I love lacrosse and I have such a passion and a dream to be my best and to play at the highest level. And I believed in myself that I could, and I wanted to make sure I exhausted every option that, I knew if lacrosse wasn't for me, I was going to know, I was going to give all my effort, day in and day out and make sure that I was the best player possible. And I think I did that. And I really bet on myself, which I think is important. If you believe in yourself and believe that you could be great at something, you have to bet on yourself. And I did that from a young age. I knew lacrosse was a sport that I wanted to pursue. And I was tireless in that pursuit of being the best that I could be. And it was a long, stressful, tiring journey, but it all paid off.
Was there a moment when you realized that you're good and you could take your playing to the next level?
Yeah, I think my senior year of high school, as a junior, I had 70 points. And as a senior, I had 130. So it's a big difference. And I think when I saw that jump and I was named an All-American, which is only 8 guys in my league on Long Island to be named an All-American, when I was recognized for that play and saw myself doing it, I think I started to believe in myself that much more and really build some confidence in me.
As you talk about your confidence, many young athletes struggle with self-confidence. How and when did you develop your confidence?
Over time, a lot of it was putting in the hard work on my own time. And, um, as I like to say, that confidence for game day comes during the week, right? What are you doing in your own time to get better in your backyard, in the weight room, strength and conditioning, in practice? You're building that confidence up during the week so you can perform on game day. For me, it was just years of that. And I think finally, when I started to see some success and started to get some recognition, that confidence started to build in me. And I just kept going. I just kept reaching new levels and new heights. So, that's kind of where it took a while, but it finally paid off. It finally came, and I think the more confidence that you can play with, the better you're going to be. And it's very tough because especially nowadays, a lot of kids' confidence is shot down early on. So you have to continuously find ways to build that confidence, to be competitive, to create a competitive edge in yourself. And I think you'll see the benefit of that when it comes to playing whatever sport you want to play.
You and I are both not the biggest guys on the field. What advice do you have for undersized players?
Control the controllables. Don't worry about your size. Don't worry about things you can't control. Worry about what you can control, which for guys like us is our stick skills, is our footwork, is our stick protection and stick positioning and shooting accuracy. There's so many things in this sport of skill that you can control. So getting down on yourself because of your size and getting down on yourself because you're not the biggest, fastest, or strongest, you can't control that, especially at a young age. So worry about the things you can control.
How often do you practice?
When I was your age, I practiced every day. I was out in the field. I was in my backyard. Now, it depends on the day. It's either a strength and conditioning focused day or I'm on field. But I'm working out 3 to 4 days a week. And I'm probably on field, outside of our game weekends, about 2 days a week. So it's really at my level. It's kind of just making sure you're keeping up to with the skills that you need to be and staying sharp. And I think I don't need to be on the field every day to do that. I just got to make sure that physically my body is there.
How important is fitness and diet for developing lacrosse players?
I think it's very important. I think a lot of players look to get to that next level. For me, when I started seeing success, it started with me really investing time, energy, and strength and conditioning, and also changing my diet. And that's when I really started to become a different athlete. And those are things that you can control when you get to a certain age. And I think it's important to realize how big of a difference some of those things can make for players.
When did you start working out?
Started working out in high school. I wasn't, when you're younger in middle school, I was always told not to work out, which is fine. Probably my junior year of high school is when I really started to invest time into it. And then, into my senior year and then obviously all through college. But, working out is great, but you have to do it consistently and you have to be doing the right program, know what you're doing.
How often are you in the gym?
I'm in the gym 3 to 4 times a week, for 45 minutes to an hour, just making sure I'm getting my workout in and doing what I have to do to perform.
What is the most important skill for a young lacrosse player to develop or work on?
Both hands. You want to have equal left hand and right hand.
It's clear you're a competitive person. Have you always been? Where do you get your competitive edge?
I have always been, and I get my competitive edge from my dad. He's a very competitive person, and from a young age, he taught me how to compete and care about winning and losing. And we always competed in my household.
Your family is a big part of who you are. How have they influenced the decisions you made in your career?
They've been there every step of the way. So any decisions that I've made, they've been there with me and have had a say in that decision. And nothing I've done hasn't been run by them. So they've been extremely important, and I'm grateful that I've had that support system.
Has lacrosse had an effect on them?
It has. It has. My parents, they love lacrosse. They love the sport. It's had a tremendous impact on their lives, as both my brother and I have played at a high level, and they've enjoyed it every step of the way, and created so many great memories for my family.
I think what has inspired me the most is your message to work hard and put all your effort into everything you do. Do you feel your work ethic has been the secret to your success?
I think it definitely has. I like to think that I'm one of the hardest workers in the room always, and outwork my opponent each and every day. And I think, hard work beats talent. And if you can consistently work hard in everything that you do, whether it's, on the field or in the strength and conditioning in the weight room, you're going to see results. And if you can do that consistently over a long period of time, you're really going to, see the results and see the benefit of it.
You said that many athletes use the word great too easily. Let me ask you, what makes someone great in your opinion?
Consistency. Being great, anybody can do it for a game or a season or a year even, but being great is someone, in my opinion, who does it for at a high level and is able to maintain that level and even take it to the next level for 5, 10, 15 years.
And who is someone you feel deserves to be called great?
It depends on the sport. I think there's a lot of people that deserve to be called great, but I do think the word is thrown around lightly. So, I think Tom Brady is great, or Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Those are guys that come to mind for me that are great.
What makes a great teammate?
Someone who's selfless, someone who cares about you, someone who puts the team before themselves, picks up the team, plays with a lot of energy, brings a lot of energy to practice, shows up on any day. Right? Doesn't matter what's going on when they're with the team. It's lacrosse time, and they're able to compete and make the team better on that given day.
What makes a great leader?
I think what makes a great leader is understanding who is around you and how to talk to them. Right? It's if different guys respond differently to different things, so a leader knows how to treat people and knows how to engage teammates and how to approach them.
What makes a great coach?
Getting the most potential out of every single one of his players. So, every coach has their team, and it's how do you get the most out of each player, and therefore you'll get the most out of your team.
Rob, I think we have a video question from a young fan. Here's Matthew.
Hey Rob, I'm Matt. Do you ever get nervous before games?
I do get nervous before games, but less now. I think my training during the week and my preparation is what eases those nerves, and you're putting in the hard work and that you'll be ready for what's to come on game day. So sometimes, depending on the situation of the game, there's big games that you're always going to have those nerves, but nerves are a good thing. And what calms my nerves is knowing that I'm prepared.
And we have one more question from another young player.
RP3, what's Coach T's number one key to a great offensive player? One word, go.
Number one key to a great offensive player, I would say, is deception. Okay. It's, what are you doing to make the defender think you're doing something that you're not? Change speeds, change direction, deception.
What was it like to play for Coach Tambroni?
It was amazing. I played for him for 2 years. I wish I had more time. Coach Tambroni knows how to get the best out of you. He's a great motivator. He's a great speaker, and he's a great competitor.
Did Coach Tambroni introduce you to Grant?
He did. I asked Coach to introduce me to Grant. Grant broke his foot. I had done the same injury, and I wanted to reach out to him and see if there was any way that I could help.
You launched the Attack Academy along with Grant Ament. Tell us why every kid should know about it.
Well, the Attack Academy app that we have is an amazing year-round resource that kids can use to train and get better. It's got a library of videos from some of the best players in the world that allow players to take their game to that next level in their own time. When I look at when I was a younger kid growing up, I wish I had a resource like this because I was always in my backyard playing, but I didn't know what to practice or how to practice. And this app brings that tool to you, and you can get rewarded for working hard. You can get feedback from great coaches. It's an amazing opportunity for players to get better.
What motivates you today as you continue to play and coach young players?
I just want to be my best. I still think I could be great at this sport, and I still think I could be a better version of myself. So what motivates me is to just being the best version of myself each and every day and keep getting better. So I'm continuously striving to be the best player that I can be.
How does it feel to have your own trading card and see kids wearing your number 3?
It's cool. I collected trading cards growing up before, when they were cool, and it's cool to have your own now, and it's cool that they're coming back into style, and then to have kids wear number 3 because of me is the coolest. I think you always wear numbers because of certain people, so for players to wear number 3 because of me, I think is the ultimate compliment.
It's time for the Mad Attack. In the 2021 PLL season of 9 games, you scored 13 goals. So here's 13 quick questions. Ready?
Yep.
Best thing about being from Long Island?
The pizza.
What do you want to be when you were little?
Sports agent.
3 words to describe yourself.
Disciplined, consistent, and hardworking.
How do you take your coffee?
Black.
Who makes you laugh?
My brother James.
What does your favorite t-shirt say?
Attack Academy logo.
What's your proudest moment?
Playing in the Final Four my freshman year against Virginia.
If you had a time machine, would you go to the past or go to the future?
I'd go to the past. National championship my freshman year.
Who is your funniest teammate?
Funniest teammate. Jojo Marasco.
What's the last thing you bought?
Last thing I bought. What did I buy today? I just bought some paper towel and some candy at the store.
What do you put on your pizza?
Pepperoni.
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
How do I get Paul Rabel to call me back?
Keep trying.
Last one. Work hard or play hard?
Work hard and then play hard.
Rob, it looks like we have a turnover. Do you have a question for me?
I do. Can I ask a few questions?
Sure.
How long have you been doing this podcast?
9 months. The idea came around 9 months ago. And then we've just been working in production, as you see our set. It's been all coming together by these couple past months. And now we're starting doing our interviews. So really 9 months.
How long have you been playing lacrosse?
Playing lacrosse since I think I was 8 or 7. So that was 5 years.
5 years. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be just like you, a pro lacrosse player.
My man, good answer.
Rob, what advice would you give to young players as they continue to play the sport?
I would say don't be discouraged. It's playing sports is it's a long journey and it's a bumpy road along the way. It's not always going to be smooth sailing. So whenever things happen that you think might bring your confidence down or might make you want to go in a different direction, just be positive and keep moving forward. Don't think too much about, what happened or what could have happened. Just think about what you can do to make yourself better. Like I said, control the controllables, right? Continue to focus on things that you can do to get better and not worry about the things that you have no control over. So, stay positive, stay moving forward, constantly evaluate yourself, what you can be doing better, both, on the field, in the classroom, whatever it is to make you a better person. Be consistent. And whatever you do, be consistent.
And Rob, finally, finish this sentence. Lacrosse is?
My life.
Thank you for joining me today. I have to say, you had a huge influence on me and my love for the sport. I'm grateful and appreciative for all you've done for the game, and I look forward to watching you what comes next. Thank you again, Rob. Roll Woods!
You got it. Thanks, Matt. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye! Hey, it's Matt. Go check out my website at mattonlax.com.